Hey guys, it's Justin again with another unboxing video. It's been quite a while since I've been able to do anything. I've been super busy with a lot of stuff. If you guys have been following me on Twitch, I've been doing the unicorn stream, which is I'd say at least 80% done. All I've got left to do is paint the shoulders, slap some decals on those, and the backpack, put a final flat coat on everything, and that bad boy is ready to roll. And if you guys have also checked out, there have been a couple giveaways associated with that, so big ups to those guys who hung out during the stream and who won some prizes. It's been a lot of fun. And another huge thank you to USA Gundam Store. But that's not what the point of this video is. This is something I've been kind of working on, sort of, for I think I reached out about January, but I've been in contact with some people over at Createx. They make paints. I've seen them around, but I haven't seen too many people using them, unfortunately. And I thought, maybe we could get some samples, do some testing, and see where this went. So Createx and I were in contact for a little while, and they agreed to send me some paint samples. We're going to unbox and see what exactly they sent me, and then we're going to do another video here in the very near future and test some of these colors out. We're going to check them out, see how they work on Gunpla, and go from there. So let's go ahead and check out this massive box. This was like, it was like 20 pounds, or it felt like 20 pounds. It was very heavy. So the first thing that was on the top was the Createx Universal Colors line. This has got, it's basically like a catalog almost of a lot of their different paints. It just, it describes what some of the paints are, shows the different paint ranges, and what they're used for, as well as some tray samples for each color in each line. Some of the things that you can paint with these, model cars, actual cars, drums, again, actual cars, and then some people even use these for artistic application and things like that. So there's a ton of uses for these guys, and when you see some of the wonderful things that are done, I thought, why wouldn't this be something that you would use on Gunpla? Why is that not a thing? They also included some application guides for thinning down their paints and some other stuff just like that, as well as some smaller paint ranges and things like that, as well as how to use the paints and the thinners, what surfaces they're good for, things like that. Now in this box there is a lot of paint, so we're going to start with the bigger bottles, and we're going to work our way back, and we're going to just kind of get into it. So I've opened this up, and I've gone through a little bit of it, but I haven't gone through all of it, so bear with me here. First thing we're going to look at, this is their Createx Wicked 4012 High Performance Reducer. This is basically their thinner. Here's Aubrey with her guest appearance. Say hello. This is their 4012 High Performance Reducer. This is their thinner. This is the 4040 Bleed Checker for their candy colors. I believe what the point of this stuff is it stops your candy colors from running, if I'm correct. I still have to read through some of the documentation. And then I received 2 bottles of the 4030 mixing additive balancing clear. So I believe this is an additive. It sort of works the same way as retarder. Like I said, if I'm correct, I haven't read all of the documentation yet, but I'm going to give that a read. But yeah, so you use that in conjunction with the high performance reducer, and that will help you thin your paints out and get the best out of what you're putting down. This next little bag is another kind of interesting bag. This is a bag of sealers. So sealer to these guys is their thinner. I mean their primer, I believe. So you'll put this down before you start putting paints down, and these come in a ton of colors so that you can get the most pop out of what you're doing. So this is the 6005 orange. We've got 6013. This is their silver sealer, so that's probably a good one for metallics. We've got black 6002. 6001 is white. 6008 is blue. 6009 is a different blue. It's a lighter blue. 6006 is red. 6010 is green. And finally 6004 is yellow. And that's basically their primer line. So what you do with those is you'll put those down first, and then all your paints will go over top, and it kind of works similarly to applying like a colored base coat to influence your future layers of paint. Now we're going to get into the actual colors that they sent me. They sent me a couple of different lines to try out, so these are going to be kind of mixed and matched. I also got another small bottle of silver sealer. I think that just came out of that bag. We've got another bottle of sealer. This is 6000. This is transparent sealer, so I think I can use this over clear parts if I want to tint them. We've got 2 bottles of oh wait, no, these are different. Okay, so we got 4102 aluminum base. This is like a medium fine base or aluminum color. This is 4103. This is aluminum base coarse. So this is going to be a little bit more pigmented, or not pigmented. It's going to have more like metal flakes in it. You're going to see it a little bit more. So if you're working on something larger or maybe like a little more exaggerated, like an SD kit, that'll probably be more appropriate for that. Next we've got another bottle of black sealer. We have a semi-opaque midnight blue. This is 4214. It's a really nice navy dark blue. I could definitely see myself using this. This one's going to be interesting. I don't know how I'm going to use this, but I'm going to try to make an attempt to use it. This is 4501 Hot Rod Sparkle White. Again, I'm not sure how I'm going to use it, but I'm going to try and find a way to use it. We've got... Oh, let's not drop these. We have 4213 Semi-Opaque Process Blue. This is a very nice, like, medium blue. If you wanted to, like, throw down, like, a nice bold blue and then hit a pre-shade or a post-shade, using a nice light blue, this is probably going to be the one you want to use. We've got 4221. This is Semi-Opaque Cream. It's a very warm white color. It looks really good. I think this and a couple drops of yellow, and I've got my Easy 8 base, which I'm all about. Next we've got 4214. So this is another semi-opaque midnight blue. So there's 2 of those. We've got 4216. There's actually 2 of these. I do know there's 2 of these. This is the semi-opaque deep purple, and this is from their Auto Air Colors. A lot of these are from their Auto Air Colors line. I probably should have said that earlier. We have another bottle of sealer. This is 6001. This is their white. We've got 4203 semi-opaque flame yellow. It's very bright yellow. I think a couple drops of red in that will do some real good, or maybe even a few drops of this stuff. This is going to be 4205 semi-opaque flame orange. Nothing wrong with this yellow. It's just I find a nice darkened yellow just tends to look a little nicer in most cases. I think if I was doing like caution striping, I'd use that. Otherwise, I prefer to go with the kind of tinted down. But next we've got 4201 semi-opaque bright white. Now this looks incredibly bright. And I'm really excited to see how this sprays. Hopefully it sprays nice and even. White is always like my biggest enemy, and you can really tell a lot about paints based on the white colors that you buy. Next we've got 4220 semi-opaque deep black. So again, and then 4206 semi-opaque flame red. So based on the colors that I've got here, I can already tell something I'd like to try, something I'd like to do. We'll get into that one later. But we've also got some more paints to go through. So this is a set of, this is the illustration opaque 2-ounce set, and we're gonna go ahead and bust this open right now and have a look at it. But this is, it looks like a, if it's not a complete set, it's pretty close. And this is totally factory sealed. So we've got 5073 illustration opaque red. And then 5074 illustration opaque light blue. So that looks really cool. It's got like almost a slight purple tint to it. It looks really nice. Next we've got illustration opaque red orange, and it's very it's kind of translating over camera. It looks a little darker on camera than it actually is. It's very orangey, but it's not like a bright orange. It's a very dark burnt orange. Next we have illustration opaque dark blue. So this is going to be like your pre-shade blue if you want to lay down on a nice light, a nice dark bold blue. This is definitely the one. Sorry guys. Next we've got illustration opaque orange. Now this is a really beautiful orange. I really like that tone. It's a really nice medium orange. It's not too dark, not too bright. I think it's just in the middle. We've got illustration opaque purple. It's hard to see. It almost looks black, but you can see some of those purple pigments down there. Really good looking stuff. And this is the first green I think I've opened besides the primer, and this is probably the only color so far I haven't really been impressed with bottle wise. It's kind of like a winter green, like a really dark mint green. It's hard to describe. It's almost like it's got some blue in it, but I will definitely find some use for it, so it will not go to waste. We've got illustration opaque chrome yellow. So this I was looking through their catalog before I emailed them, and I saw this, and I wasn't sure if this was a metallic color or not, and it's not a metallic color. I just, under with the name, I assumed, I guess, that it was a metallic, as anybody who was unfamiliar might make the same mistake. I'm going to get these last ones out. Okay, so the last yellow is illustration opaque yellow. This is a very bright yellow. It's like 2 or 3 shades brighter than the other one. It's almost like a chalky yellow. Like I would put this over top of that one. If I was really hard pressed on doing like a yellow, like an actual true yellow, I would post shade with this. And then we've got our illustration black and whites. So those look really great. And then we have high performance reducer. So this is just a small bottle of the 4012. Apparently this stuff is just universal. So now I've got like a nice bottle I can keep on my desk. And then I can go ahead and take these large bottles, put them off to the side, and then when this starts running low, just fill this back up. That way I've got something nice and handy for the desk, and I don't have to clutter my work area with all these large bottles of paint. Now the other thing they sent me one other thing, and this was really cool because I had never heard of this paint range at all. And the past few days I've been hearing about it just kind of pop up here and there. And apparently it's a really, really nice paint range, and it's made by it's manufactured by Createx. So they sent me a bunch of samples of this stuff as well, and I'm really excited to use it because a lot of people seem really excited about this paint line. And they sent me a really good batch of these guys. So this is mission models. These are also hobby paints. These are kind of geared towards military modelers, which is definitely right up my alley. I mean, we're painting Gunpla, especially like grunts and stuff like I like to do, not outside that realm. So we've got it's definitely not a whole range, but it's a ton of colors of these mission models. I believe that they are pre-thinned for airbrush use, and they look, the colors look great. So we're gonna go ahead and dig into this real quick, and we're gonna see what exactly we have. So give me, I'm sorry about the noise, guys. I'm trying not to blow your ears out. Actually, okay, so the first two colors we grabbed, we got MMP080. This is RAF Underside Sky 610. And this looks like it would be a really nice post shade for like a Zaku green. It's a very, 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 very pale green. If you think like when you see things that are like glow in the dark, they're that like really pale green. This is kind of what that's looking like. Next we've got MMP028 Russian Dark Olive. This is like a nice kind of medium dark green. I could definitely see myself throwing this on that tank that I've been working on. We've got MMP15 Rot Brawn. I don't know what that means, but it's like a red brown. It's like a rust color. So maybe a weathering color, or perhaps it's just a nice base for browns or reds or something like that. This is Gunship Gray. This is definitely going to get some mileage. This is a color that you cannot ever have enough of. I'm a big fan of grays. And here's another gray. This is Light Ghost Gray. This is a couple shades lighter. It's a very light to medium gray. Next we've got Highway Yellow, or Heavy Equipment Yellow. So this is going to be like your caution striping yellow. It's not quite as bold and bright as this one, but it's really nice looking. This is Gelbron. I don't know what that means, but it's almost like a flesh or like a sand color. So that looks really good. We got Green Zinc Chromate, and this is a very interesting looking green. It's a little brighter than the dark green I showed earlier, but it's not like like really bright. This is Field Gray, which is definitely got some green pigments in the bottom of it. I think out of everything I've gotten, this is like the most unmixed. I think this separated a little bit, but yeah, it's like it's looking like it's gonna mix out to like a green gray. So that's pretty cool. Next we've got just red, and it's red. You know, it's not super bright, super like a Ferrari red, but it's a very nice kind of middle red that's not too bright. You know, it's not going to blow you away. This is U.S. Army Khaki Drab, so I'm guessing this is like a dark brownish tan. And looks like it's got a couple greens in there as well, so this is going to be a really interesting color to see. This is semi-gloss clear, so this is a top coat color, so that's really cool. Don't think I'm going to see too much out of that. This is Grau, G-R-A-U. I'm not sure what this color is supposed to be. And I don't know. There's like some tan on the bottom, some browns, some greens. There's a lot going on in this one. Alright, next we've got gloss black base for chrome. So they have a chrome in this line, and I think their chrome is their most expensive paint that I've seen. Ooh, this one's gonna get some mileage too. You guys know me, and you guys know how much I love my metallic. So this is Metallic Burnt Iron 1. So that's a good thing. I'm really into that. We have MMW Dark Rust 1. So that's, I mean, it looks like a dark rust color. It's a really kind of brown and some reds in there. We have U.S. Army Olive Drab Faded 3. So this is like a really, really desaturated green. Metallic Burnt Iron 1 again. So I got 2 bottles of that. That's really good. Very happy about that. We have MMP 005 Orange. MMP 004 Copper. And it's like a really nice dark copper tone. And the last one we have is Russian 6K, which again looks kind of like a rust color, or like a coffee and creamer brown. I'm trying to mix this Grau up so we can see what color it's supposed to be. And it's looking just like a gray with like some green tones in it from the looks of things. So that was my package from Createx. They've got tons of social media links. I'll be sure to put some links down to that below in the description. But there's also, they have a YouTube page, so you can definitely go check that out. They show how they spray some of these paints. They have tutorials, they have stuff like that. It's definitely worth checking out and subscribing. I definitely recommend that. And then, you know, in the future, in the very near future, probably next thing I do is going to be a paint test for these. I have a perfect kit in mind. Give me a little break from the stress of that huge unicorn build, and you know, we'll have some fun with these guys and see how they spray, and then you guys can see firsthand how they look, how they work, how easy they thin, and then we can even knock some tutorials out in the process. You know, showing you guys thinning, showing you guys some basic airbrushing, some simple techniques, and you know, we'll keep going. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I tried not to keep it too long. Obviously it ran on a little longer than I wanted it to, but it's what you know, I had a lot to go through here. So thank you guys for watching. I'm in the process of shooting some new videos, so I'm sorry for the holdups. Like I said, guys, content was going to slow down a little bit, but I'm trying to push better content out for you guys. So if you guys haven't already, go check out the GBA Discord. There's a bunch of links down in the description for my social media platforms, my t-shirt store. Go check those out. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you at the next video. Later, guys.